Hi, I'm Kevin Crosley, and this is Executives in Golf Carts Having Fun. As president and CEO of Arc Herkimer, I take big swings for the organization, and one of those big swings was our acquisition of the MV Golf and Event Center. 175 acres of pristine property, 18 holes of golf, restaurant, bar, and an event tent overlooking the beautiful Mohawk Valley. Well, welcome back to the MV Golf and Event Center, owned and operated by Arc Herkimer. And our special guest today is Gianna Rojas, the one-handed lady golfer. Thank you, Gianna, for joining us today.
Mr. Kevin, thank you for having me.
Let me help you with those clubs. Tell you what we'll do. Let's go up to the putting green and see if we can warm up, make a couple of putts.
Warm up is a good idea.
Head out. And then we'll chat a little bit about what you have been doing with your life for the last few years as you have brought the world of adaptive golf to the industry, which I just think is remarkable and something that we're certainly going to want to learn more about as we go around today. So thank you so much for coming up from New Jersey and joining us.
Welcome. You're so welcome.
Wow, this is really a thrill to have you here.
I couldn't miss the opportunity to reunite with some of my golf buddies.
Well, that's true.
Which I understand you have done an amazing job with them. They are now their own golf team.
Yeah, we've been able to develop a Special Olympics golf team, which will start competing next year. And we're very excited about that, and so are the participants, needless to say.
I got goosebumps when they told me.
Your childhood upbringing, you were a poster child.
I was a March of Dimes poster child. A child who needs a hand gets one when you give to the March of Dimes.
Is that right? Is that what it was?
That was what it was. And for the years from 1972 to 1976, I was the poster child for the state of Florida. And during that time, there was a national photo shoot that the national poster child, they were still just coming out of the polio days and the polio campaign with the March of Dimes into birth defects. So I was kind of in that crossover thing. Now we had a very, very namely ambassador from the golf industry named Arnold Palmer.
Oh.
So
a few people might know that name.
Yeah, a little bit. A couple people might know. Way before I knew, golf had something in mind for me.
I want to hear, because I know you've told me before, but I want everybody to know your story, starting with the fact that, you know, your husband and his friends used to...
And his friend's wife.
Right, his friend's wife.
And his friend's wife.
So tell us how that all happened.
I think that was the most driving point, was the fact that my husband and my husband's friends and my husband's friends' wives were meeting every Saturday and Sunday at the golf course. 8 o'clock every Saturday and Sunday morning. They invited me to come and have lunch.
Well, that was nice of them.
And then they'd sit around and talk about their morning round like all golfers do.
Yes.
Every single golf shot. How do you remember every shot?
How do you remember every shot?
I lose track at 5. I was fortunate that I was born this way, so I don't know any other way. I learn everything different. So I had to find a way, and all I did was ask him, how can we figure this out? I didn't say, can I? I didn't ask permission.
Right, sure. Yeah. How can we do it?
How are we going to figure this out? I was the community director for Hudson County for the March of Dimes.
Okay.
Because I got reunited with the March of Dimes.
You got reunited with them?
Yep.
Okay.
And I wanted to, first of all, advertise for tickets for charity, because I ran the walk at Liberty State Park. That was my responsibility for the March of Dimes walk. So I advocated to the community. I got my own volunteer base. I helped the family teams get set up. I got all of that. That was my job, to run that walk and make my goal. So I blew through my goal every year. Well, FedEx Cup playoffs come to Liberty National.
Yes.
Liberty National is in Hudson County. It's your
stomping grounds.
So I at that time, the ALS bucket challenge was going around. People were dumping a bucket of ice on their head and the video goes viral.
Yeah. You know.
So I said, well, if a bucket of ice is going to make everybody's videos go out, what about a one-handed lady golfer? So we named the video One-Handed Lady Golfer, and it went global.
Oh, I bet.
And I'm like, well then, why don't I just leave that as my personal brand? So now One-Handed Lady Golfer, if you Google One-Handed Lady Golfer, I'm like,
you're it.
Page.
I see you. I was Googling
I don't know how I got
earlier,
there.
and it's like insane. You look, it's like you're a movie star. I mean,
no, I just go.
Well, let's put it
all
this
over.
way: you're a rock star, if not else,
okay,
right?
I'll take the rock star. I'll take the rock star.
I'm all the way from New Jersey, and here she is stealing my golf.
Yeah,
ball.
well, what Jersey does,
That's what Jersey does, right? You have to tell me about your new golf channel.
Oh yeah,
How
I'm very
cool is that?
excited about this.
So tell us.
Well, I feel that part of our, meaning organizations like Arc Herkimer and programs that have these amazing golf clinics and things like that, it's a beautiful thing that doesn't get seen. And if there is some avenue to be able to put it into the mainstream as well, I think it will normalize it more instead of us having special programs or special events, that it all, because the idea is inclusion. We want to morph it all into one thing.
Right.
But until it gets into the mainstream and more people see it as normal, not as something spectacular or inspirational, or I've kind of taken the initiative intentionally to start the conversation about disability. It's okay to talk about my disability.
Sure.
I had a part in my life where I was getting beat up every day. I was being called names. My parents weren't putting me and pushing me to go out and get me into sports or any other things.
Right.
They were kind of holding me back too.
Protecting you.
Now there's this gap of lack of exposure for both, but not out of any intent.
Sure. Yeah.
And so I am intentionally filling that gap.
Oh, that's fantastic.
But I'm filling the gap with golf.
Right. That was great.
I call it stump bump.
Thank you.
I just can't do the I can't do the
That's
that jiggly thing.
I'll do it. We've talked about how golf now is so much more inclusive. So what then will the future of golf be for adaptive golf, for people of all different ability levels?
I see us all as golfers first. Like I said outside, it just, to me, we deserve to just be treated as golfers, as any other golfer would be treated. We also deserve to have the same opportunities to play golf and the same resources to play golf. One thing that I feel that there is a gap, a big gap in, is the knowledge gap of how do you work with somebody to start off. Not even before you even put a golf club in their hand, how do you assess them? And then there's some more efforts that need to be put into when you're working with people that are specials, people that have different kinds of needs.
Right. Where you are today with adaptive golf and the exposure that you've given to people with disabilities being able to access the game it's just phenomenal.
I have to pinch myself. I don't even know how I got here, other than I just keep on talking, keep on talking.
And we will continue these discussions well into the future.